Centuries ago, the land of Danaea was settled by the gods, who made a homeland for the elves. Over the years, elves fought against waves of invasions from humans, dwarves, gnomes, and more. To prevent further incursion, a group came together to create a ritual that would separate Danaea into its own demi-plane. While this was successful, it created points of planar instability, where denizens of the other planes broke through. In a land on the verge of war, with constant planar invasions, here our adventure begins. This is Fadehome. So let's get an introduction for Swish.
I'm Bobby, and I'm playing Swish Mythweaver, an Air Genasi Tempest Cleric of Lear, god of water, navigation, and storms. I'm a free spirit with an adventurous soul. My history of less than legal activities and rocky relationship with my temple has shown me some hard truths of the world. I intend to use this experience to guide and protect my younger sister on her incipient adventure as we seek answers to questions of lost ancestry.
All right, and let's meet that sister, Sarla.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. I'm Faye there, I use she, her pronouns. So does my character, Sarla Mythweaver, a Star Genasi sorcerer rune child, with a bit of bardic flavor thrown into the mix. I have a family history that stretches back all the way to early divinity times, and I've lived a pretty sheltered life up until now. This is my first time away from home, and I'm just grateful to be out in the world and seeing things for the first time. My older sibling, Swish, found a story that doesn't match up to what I've known about my common ancestor, so we're out looking to see what's up.
All right, now let's meet Reen.
Alright. Hi friends, I'm Kong. I use he, him pronouns. I pilot the naive and affable quick-step bloodsinger called Rinjik Zafin from the Spring Court of the Feywild. Life on the steppe was wonderful. Every day began with a relaxing 20-mile run in the sun, and then I would read and learn things with my parents. Nothing is more important to me than my mother and father, and with one too many acts of wanton curiosity, I have lost them, along with my home and friends, or rather they have become lost to me. It has been well over 4 seasons now, and I have made no progress on finding my way home. I know it can be difficult, even dangerous, to find trustworthy companions and rely on them. That is, however, exactly what I plan to do, because I will need the guidance and friendship they can offer.
Okay, now let's go on to our resident druid, Isla.
Hi, I'm Maya, she, her pronouns, playing Isla Rin, a wood elf druid. I've lived a homey life with my family, taming, trading, and bonding with the animals of. But now I'm ready to adventure and discover the secrets, the spiritual bond between us, the animals, and the land.
All right, last but not least, Fiddick.
It's me, not least. Hi there, gentle folks. I'm Thomas, he, they pronoun. I'll be playing Fiddick Asterfin. I'm a faun, Way of Mercy monk, a refugee who escaped the wars and intrigues of Fey courts with my family to the relative peace and safety of Danaea. I'm imbued with strange abilities. I'm otherwise down to earth, positive, empathetic. When worse comes to worse, I'm ready to fight savagely with teeth, hooves, and fists to protect those I care about, with the desperation of someone whose life now depends on it.
All right. I am Olivia, she, they, pronouns, and I will be playing the Dungeon Master. So, last week, we had a little bit of a laid-back episode, where the party returned to Darris, where they met Isla's very pleasant cousin, and also some of the beasts that Isla had helped tame. The party proved not as competent with animals as Isla is. And it was firmly suggested that they take their leave. From there, they went to the Heartstring Conclave and collected their bounties. With 20 gold burning in his pocket, Swish went on their way, presumably to the Ample Jugs, but we will shortly find out whether that is accurate. The party, meanwhile, departed to the Ample Jugs, where there was no Swish in sight. Had a brief interlude there, and Isla decided to take a bit of a detour, found a puppy training class, participated, and then the party discussed, had a bit of a bonding experience where they discussed emotions. So, where we leave off, the party is in more of a entertainment tree, but we'll start out with Swish. So after receiving your money, what would you like to do?
Well, there's a poster that I saw on one of the little boards outside mentioning a hookah lounge nearby, and with this new money in my pocket, kind of thought to myself, it's been a while since I had a good smoke. I'm not one to smoke every day, but the occasional indulgence, good for the soul. So yeah, Swish is gonna head that way, following the directions of the poster for whatever that lounge might be called.
All right. So you find a hookah lounge. It's about mid-range. You've seen better, but you've certainly seen worse. And there's little screens and nicely embroidered pillows and a few individuals indulging. So you are, and you'll have to forgive me for I am not familiar with hookah lounges, so I'm going to be using my imagination. But
what? Use our imaginations here.
Dark and smoky.
It is dark
Hard
and
fact.
smoky.
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine smoking like 1,000 cigarettes at once inside.
Yeah,
I mean, just the amount of smoke, not the amount of
Yeah.
What in the Bobby Hale punishment is this?
Yeah, right.
So there
usually
is
lots of like couches and cushions and like little tables to put the hookah on.
Yeah.
Some kind of like dim lighting, might be colored, might not be.
little lanterns.
Yeah, exactly. Supposed to be very chill. That's the idea.
A host will approach you and say, "Welcome. Could I get your name?"
Swish.
Welcome, Swish. I presume you are here to enjoy some rest and relaxation.
Absolutely. I think I've earned it after a few days out in this wet bog.
Oh,
Need to breathe something other than bog air.
It is 1 silver an hour, and we have various blends for you to choose from. There's also the premium blends, and she's gonna look at you. Let me just roll an insight check. There's also some special blends.
Special. Now you've piqued my interest.
Well, there is blends for additional relaxation, and that would dull any pain and numb the body and mind. There are also blends that provide additional stimulus.
Is there anything that would make me see colors I've not seen yet?
I know.
Psychedelic trip episode.
Yes. That will be 6 silver an hour, though.
Speed run time.
Let's do it.
So you are seated, and you are given a special blend of tobacco and what looks like mushrooms.
Yes.
I don't know if you can smoke shrooms via hookah, but this is a fantasy world, so you can.
You can smoke them. I don't.
Don't know
Yeah.
how pleasant that would be.
I have no experience with this. I don't know either, but
Hey,
guess
I
Swish is going
mean,
to find
anything's better than eating them. Fuck. If you want to know what tripping mushrooms taste like, it's like, do I really want to trip?
Well, it's part of the journey. I mean,
Yeah.
the come up is pretty rough, yeah. But then once
about the
you're
journey,
once
not
you're
the
over that
destination.
hurdle, it's amazing. Do drugs, kids.
Do drugs, leave school.
Wow, usually I'm the bad influence, but okay. Hey, I guess I'm the angel on the shoulder this week. Go off.
Okay. So when you take your first inhale, it's not the best taking hookah. There's kind of an underlying taste or smell or whatever that's not the best, but you can see it's been blended nicely to kind of overpower that experience.
okay.
And roll me a con save. First roll of the night.
Yeah,
Let's
Oh,
go.
hookah.
it's gonna be a 13.
Okay. So you definitely, it takes a while, but you definitely start to feel like the pillows are your friends. And they're smiling at you, winking at you. They're so cute. And
Hey there,
you
buddy.
look at the stitching and you can hear every color. What else do you think Swish might experience?
I don't know. One of them. Are there any blue pillows there?
Yes.
So the
It's
blue
actually
pillow-
embroidered with images of the sea with some leaping
Oh.
dolphins.
Well, that is a real sea.
Literally.
Yes, and probably like mermaids floating around.
Mhm.
Much
Oh,
to
yeah,
Swish's
Swish.
dismay, those are very dangerous. If you didn't know.
Yes, you in fact see the leaping dolphins, and you yourself are a dolphin. It is as if you have dived into that pillow as you experience the sea around you. And you see some very beautiful merfolk, which beckon you closer, and you start leaping in the air as they feed you fish, and you do dolphin tricks.
What in the ocean world is this?
What an amazing day. Honestly, this is best day of this dolphin's life.
Mm-hmm. You are one with the sea.
I'm just a happy little guy.
Mm-hmm. So as you experience being a dolphin in the sea, how long would you like to have your dolphin experience?
Probably a couple hours.
Okay, so if we say 3, you are 18 gold down. And
Wait, 18? 6 silver per hour.
oh, sorry,
That-
18 silver.
There you go. Like, holy shit.
I was like, wow, this city
Still-
just eats our gains alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 18 silver, the poorer. And you feel, though you are in a landlocked city, like you have experienced the sea today. And it was wonderful to smell that salt and seaweed and feel the rush of waves upon you without fearing drowning, and to frolic with the merfolk without them brutally murdering you.
It's very freeing, very, very open. All the things Swish loves.
Yes, and the open sea stretching on and on and
Yes.
on with no end. And
Nothing
going
more
deeper
comforting.
and deeper, also with no seeming end.
Ooh.
Triggered whoever's afraid of the ocean.
Yeah. What is that? Something with a T.
If you're not afraid of the deep ocean, you're a
Phasmophobia or something like that.
Fair enough.
I don't remember what it's called, but yeah. Well, yeah. Once they're done there, Swish is probably gonna go find a altar to Lear or shrine or whatever the city has. There's any kind of recognition, or just find the the most open place.
Yeah.
Glossophobia.
Just be very thankful to Lear for the freeing experience and for not
Yeah,
being
kind
the stuffy, restrictive god that the temple seems to think they are.
So, kind of near the outside of the city, there's a little pond, and at it is an altar of Lear, which is not super well kept. It looks like it's been cleaned maybe a little bit ago, but not super recently. There's nobody else really there, but and it's like a pond with like the temple or the shrine is at the center, so you would have to wade through some water to get there. But the water is clear and beautiful. No
Amazing.
pond scum. There are some cattails though, which look deceptively yummy.
So I'll munch on one of those delicious looking sausages,
It is not good.
and then spit it out, going, "Who was that?"
Those
And
hallucinogens
honestly,
linger for
probably
longer than
just
2
kind of.
hours.
Oh yeah, probably just kind of chill at the shrine for really until the party finds them or something else happens.
Okay.
Just having a conversation with themselves and with Lear, talking more at than with, but
Mhm.
yeah, just enjoying the day, really.
All right. It is raining lightly, but that doesn't really
doesn't
bother
bother
you.
me.
It's nice seeing the rain fall on the pond. And there are a few lily pads, which are nice. So, meanwhile, the party, it's probably mid to late afternoon. Did you guys go back to the Golden Hind, or are you still out and about?
We were at the Golden Hind when everything was happening. I feel like we were in front of it when Isla came back from Puppy Patrol.
Okay.
And Sirla pieced out.
Mhm.
Girl Scout.
To go to Fantasy Hooters.
Well,
Well, it's not quite nightfall, Sirla, so you might. But if you want to peace out early and you have stuff to do, we can start with that.
We need ample jugs merch.
A t-shirt.
Hooters style
The
font.
t-shirt with
Yeah.
like a nice jug on 2 jugs on the chest.
I can get behind that, but I could not wear that in public. Honestly. It's like I met some dude with a nearly like Ahiago like face.
Mhm.
You know, he just had a button-up shirt with just that with like all those faces all over it. I'm just sitting there in this boba tea place, being like, "Bruh, can I get a picture with your dumb ass?" Like,
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
and
It's
then
amazing, but it's also public.
yes, and so when I took the fucking selfie, he did the Ahiago face too. I'm like, "Oh God, stop." Oh, that man is I hope that man is doing
Epic.
well for themselves. I can.
Power move, wear it to a job interview.
Is it weird that this conversation sounds more alien and foreign to me than D&D?
No,
No,
because you're not.
No.
I'm
you're
waiting
not
for a
chronically-
word to anchor, and I'm just like, fuck, I
So
don't
that
know.
face is supposed to be the big O face
To the extreme for like
for
Japanese
like anime.
hentai.
Yeah.
Oh, Ahagao? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't understand what you were saying. Yes, I understand that, I guess. My apologies. Of course I understand that word out of all of this.
These are bad influences.
Of course.
So quickly.
So, Cyrilla, what you doing?
Shop's still open?
Yep.
Is there any sort of a bookstore?
Yeah, there's some stalls selling books. It's, a lot of stalls like don't exclusively sell books like what Fiddick experienced, but a lot of stalls do have like a couple.
Okay. Anything for like history, romance, smut,
Smart.
tutorials, anything that broad spectrum, really.
roll investigation.
That's where she goes.
17.
So you find a stall with like a curtain around it, and on top
Oh,
of
no.
it is the symbol of Kaina, which is like two swans. And if you pull back the curtain, you see several adult products, including some smut.
Grandma has one of those. Huh. And so she'll kind of go over to the book section, or where the books are being held next to the fucking Jawbreakers, and next to the. I'm fumbling to come up with a clever name for a vibrator in magic terms, but that. And he goes to the book section.
Okay.
And
So
kind of
there's a variety of interests. There's some bodice rippers and some more queer romance, and then there's some that are more romance with that are a little sensual, and then there's some that are just like the most deranged and vile, like the bottom of Archive of Our Own.
oh god. Why? You may take psychic damage.
All I can
There's
think is
one book that
lot
the
of
stall
displacement.
you pick it up, and the stall owner will like put his hand down before you open it and say, "Prepare yourself."
For what?
Sounding, figging, water sports, vor, and he just keeps going on.
I thought he was going to try to sell her one of those vibrators. It's like, prepare yourself.
You have to do like five gum tagline. Prepare
And
yourself.
it's funny because you initially
Vibrators.
didn't see this individual, but it's actually a goblin who hops up on their stool, popping up from under the stand to like immediately stalk you.
It's me, sex toy goblin. So like, question.
Yes.
I'm guessing sounding involving something with the ears.
No.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Continue thinking that. Yes. Go buy it.
And he will pull back the book and say, "You're not ready."
Oh. Well, what am I ready for?
Let's
Goblin
start you
rolls
off with
check.
the basics.
Okay.
And hands you a book that's, you know, some mild BDSM.
He looks at the back. Is there like a description of it, or just like, you know, title and then?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the title of this book? Uh-oh. There's no fancy name generator for this.
With and without restraint.
That sounds nice. What's this about?
Well, it's enemies to lovers.
God damn it. I never thought you'd throw that back in my face, but here we are.
Wait, I've seen this one.
Oh?
See, there is a bounty on this one woman's head, and the bounty hunter finds her and restrains her to take her to collect
I
the
saw that,
bounty.
Maya.
He is wanted
I saw
among-
that, Maya.
You saw nothing.
I saw that.
And then one night in the cave, they bond and find a deeper connection and learn more about themselves, and it proceeds from there.
Oh, that sounds really
Can we
nice.
put a content warning on this stream?
Already hit all of the bad topics.
We should. We'll take care of it next time. Okay. Well, yeah, that sounds nice. How much for the book?
1 silver.
Okay. Yeah, her pocket.
How about
Do you need
silver
anything
hop?
to, you know, go along with it?
And she looks at the bad dragonborns.
You're not ready.
Watches a little bit.
Hey, Swish might like this one like a tentacle here.
Dog. Okay.
All right, now we've hit all the bad words.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm okay for now, but thank you.
All right, come again soon.
That's me. That's what. That's fuck. I forgot my character's name. Sarah. Okay. Bye.
Come back when you come.
Well, yeah. Of course, I would be back when I come. And she'll tuck the book away.
That goblin needs some
also-
oversight.
You also do find a area that they serve tea, and they also have a small collection of books to either rent while you drink your tea or purchase.
But yeah, we got some time to kill before seeing Crystal, and then she'll go enjoy some tea, start reading, blush profusely, and then close the book. Like, oh, I should not read this in public. I should not read this in public. Okay. She just like, oh, and there was rope, and there was some interesting things. This better not awaken anything in me. So she'll just put that away for now. Interest peaked because she's not really been in a romantic relationship before.
What the fuck does this have to do with the romantic relationship?
They're just hooking. She's only had
Why you gotta
like,
ruin
maybe
it?
a first kiss when she was younger with a boy that was interested in her, but that young relationships, they just kind of flutter out. Well, she doesn't really have much experience with that, so she'll just use another book. Hopefully this one is not of the smut variety.
No, this one is a history book.
I'll spend my time reading that, and afterwards I'll go and visit Crystal.
Okay. So if you're there for a couple hours, rent some books, drink some tea, I'll say that's just 2 silver.
Done and done.
And then you go find up a tree kind of near the top, and you see a nook with like a little red lantern, and once again the symbol of Kaina, and you may enter.
Phrasing.
Maybe later you can do that.
I will enter the establishment.
So inside there are several, once again scantily clad individuals, kind of talking to potential clients, and there's kind of curtained off sections behind which you can hear various noises.
Oh.
There's not a ton of privacy. But nobody here knows the silence spell. And among these individuals is Crystal.
She has trouble focusing just for a little bit, considering the amount of noise going on. It's not, I guess, that uncommon just to hear that in some parts of the of her little hometown that she's from, but she leaves that to private matters.
Whip out your book like a little guidebook.
All right, and then we just need the rope and we tie it like this. But she's going to go up to Crystal. Hi.
Oh my! You can. Hi.
Hi.
So, what brings you here?
I was hoping to have that conversation.
All right. So, even for friends, it is 7 gold an hour.
That was a lot more than I heard. Initially.
What did she say initially?
1.
Oh, okay. 1.
It's like, what?
Okay, 1 gold an hour.
Yeah.
And certain extras will cost you more. But for a conversation, just 1 gold.
Okay.
So she will take your hand and take you back behind one of the curtained areas and gesture to the bed and say, "Don't worry, I've prestidigitated it."
Right. Yeah. She'll go to the bed, hesitate, prestidigitate, sit. So,
And she'll sit next to you.
so how long have you been in the business?
Oh, a good 60 years?
Oh, so you're a veteran then.
Yes.
So you see a lot of things in this neck of the woods?
Certainly. See a lot of people, but that is confidential.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite aspect of this job that you like?
I like meeting interesting new people.
Anyone that you can talk about?
No.
No.
Well, you. We can always talk about you.
Well, what do you want to know?
She'll kind of trace, are your, like, arms exposed?
You really are.
She'll kind of trace some of the moving, like, clouds and say, this is interesting.
Thank you.
Sort of run her fingers up and down your arms.
Have you heard much about the Mythweaver?
No, I haven't.
I mean, that's what your patron, the book, Ilil, and their whole curse thing that happened to them.
Oh, is it that damn fox face that they talked about?
I think so.
Okay.
I was hoping to learn more about them in general. I'm not if you have seen them before, if you know anything about them that you can share. Not in just them specifically, but the Kitsune in general.
Kitsune. Well, let's see how much she knows. Roll me a d20.
D20. 12.
Okay.
I'll never not say it
So,
like that.
she will say, well, I believe they're said to be fae born under the constellation of the fox, which you would know is one of the 12 months. So that's a zodiac sign. That something very special can happen. This fae spirit takes on that trickster spirit. They can shift between their humanoid form and their fox form, and they have 9 tails.
So I've heard. Anything in particular about where they tend to be located after the planes have kind of converged a little bit?
Well, typically the Feywild, but it would make sense that some of them show up here from time to time. I would imagine they try to blend in.
Insight check.
Sure.
Are they a fox person? 14.
She is not secretly a fox person, as far as you can tell.
Well, that makes sense. Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
There's a lot I can't really ask about those rules. Huh. She kind of goes to the mental list she had prepared and kind of had to like scrap all the questions that she had. Maybe a little more personal, but have you ever had deeper affections for a client before?
course, I have some I enjoy seeing more than others, but no, I don't fall in love. And this is strictly professional. There are boundaries in place for a reason.
Oh. That makes sense. Things get complicated. But do you want to fall in love someday?
Who says I haven't?
Do you want to be with that person?
Like you said, things are complicated.
Is this a, well, I wouldn't, I guess, call this a temple, but is this a place of worship for Kaina?
It's not a formal temple, but I think it is. Can be an act of worship.
No, then send a prayer to Kaina for luck in your love life.
Thank you.
Of course, and she'll just kind of lean back a little bit, do a little silent prayer, like, hey, so this person here named Crystal, they seem really nice. They might be in love with somebody. If you could, get those two people together, that'd be great. Or at least provide some divine inspiration. That'd be wonderful.
Roll religion.
Roll religion. Am I going to get spitted? Oh, no. 16.
So, she'll kind of smile at you. Well, I appreciate the prayers.
Oh, you're welcome. Is Crystal your real name? Yeah. So she's warned me about that part specifically. I won't ask what your real name is. I know that thing that's private for you.
Yes.
But either way, it's nice to meet you. I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to sex workers or really other worshippers or people who find an affinity with Kaina. Mom exactly doesn't, A lot of people think lesser of those kind of people, but
Whores.
Yes.
Mom? But I don't know. I think there are a lot of aspects to Kaina that people don't really look for, or they have their own preconceived notions about. But
Yes, it's not just about the sex. It's also about connection, beauty, and not
All the bills.
just outward beauty, but finding one's own beauty,
Mhm.
art, all of those things.
Exactly. Do you have a holy symbol to the kind that I can purchase, or?
I don't. Well, it's my own, but I can tell you where to find one. She'll kind of direct you
Jawbreaker.
to like the formal temple, which she'll say it is open all night.
Ah, that makes sense.
Figure you worship with a jawbreaker.
Jesus Christ, Kong. Well, she'll just spend the rest of the time just doing small talk, kind of like, oh, touching. Not sure how I feel about that, and separate a little, but still enjoy the time for about an hour and just give their goodbyes and obviously give them some gold for their service.
Yeah.
And just to expect things to go to the temple and get a holy symbol to kind of.
Yeah. You can get, there's kind of an amulet or a ring or
Oh, ring for what?
your finger.
Okay. Any necklace types?
Yeah, like an amulet.
Right. Yeah. We'll get a nice little amulet.
Okay, that is a donation of 2 silver.
I will do so. And to not keep Isla up or worrying too much, he's going to head back.
Okay. Meanwhile, at the Golden Hind, you guys can get a dinner, get some rooms. 8 silver for a single room, 1 gold for a double room.
I had already secured the rooms. I
Yeah.
believe last game that was the.
Okay.
Yeah, we had already.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want to do? Swish, at nightfall, do you eventually return to the you would know that the plan was to spend the night at the Golden Hind.
Well, there was a previous plan, however. We were supposed to go back to the conclave at night.
I believe they said they would send word if a job came
Yeah.
up.
Right.
They said the next morning or something.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Also
It's
after
possible.
that.
Maybe
Few
I'm
days.
a little fuzzy.
Yeah, so Twish eventually unintentionally falls asleep at the shrine. And at this point, it's for Bobby to see if the rest of the party comes looking or not.
So, Sarah, you traipse in around midnight. I believe Reen and Fiddick are fast asleep. Isla is up waiting for you, and there is no sign of Swish.
I mean, yeah, Reen would not go to bed without.
Okay. Fiddick, are you still up?
I think I would try to go to sleep. Like, I'd be like, they're an adult, they know their things. And then I'd try to go to bed, and then I'd just stare at the ceiling, and then be like, yeah, okay, this isn't working, obviously. So, if I see.
I'll find him.
Yeah. Yeah, if I see Rin, going out, I'll kind of reluctantly, put back my clothes, my scarf, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe follow him.
All right.
Long
Because
stretch.
the city's big, and Rin, I believe, has not been to Daris, so I don't want him to get lost in the bad parts of the tree.
Yes.
Well, Reen does have some ideas.
Okay, so Reen, what are
Try
your
that,
ideas?
Well, first the ample jugs.
Yes, so you do not find Swish at the ample jugs.
And then
I mean, I think we
at this
should
point,
visit
he doesn't
everywhere, but
he doesn't
the
know
one
that he
thing we know,
smokes.
one thing we know is he doesn't smoke. So let's not check.
No.
We're the only
But
two who
one
does.
thing Reen knows about him is that he loves the sea and has been missing it.
Mm-hmm.
And Reen's pretty well read, so I feel like maybe checking at his Lear.
Yeah.
Try something. For that.
So roll investigation. Okay. So pretty shortly after checking the ample jugs and maybe other places of entertainment, you decide to find a source of water. And you make your way to, kind of a little pond that is Temple of Lear, and sitting at the shrine, fast asleep, is Swish.
Reen will sit down next to them.
Okay.
And just kind of wait for a little bit to see if they wake up. Didn't want to.
How light of a sleeper is Swish?
I would say normally fairly well. I don't know. After sleeping on boats and such for a while, probably a pretty heavy sleeper, honestly.
Okay.
Right.
We're gonna go with heavy sleeper.
Okay. So
Well,
Reen
Reen will-
is.
I was gonna say Reen will wait until Fiddick catches up. Being so slow and all. And then because Reen isn't gonna bother them. Like they're sleeping.
So moving
All right, so
135 feet per second, per 6 seconds. I'm going to eventually catch up, I assume.
For 4 rounds, you could beat me.
Yeah, until you run out of key.
Oh
Yeah,
no, expeditious
exactly.
retreat. Haha.
Okay, so this is a race. But yes, as I eventually get there, I think I'm just going to look at him, probably recognize like the smell that's lingering around him and where he's been, and maybe just do a quick medicine check just to make sure he's still alive.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still breathing.
Yeah.
With a 23,
I mean,
I assume I can do a full physical.
Yeah. So with a 23, you can also. There's a faint smell of something other than tobacco, and as a tobacco connoisseur, you know. And you see, kind of as you try to wake Swish, they say something. Swish kind of mutters, "I want to be a dolphin again." And Fiddick, you can conclude that Swish is coming down from a trip.
Right. As I see them being quite out of it, I'm going to try to just wedge my hands underneath them and try to see if I can lift them up without waking them. And if I see that I can kind of move them a little, just jostle, then I'm just going to look to Reem.
Roll
what's a
strength.
little? Okay.
Of course.
Also,
can I athletics?
No.
No,
because it's just a deadlift. Also, Swish, have you changed out of your armor?
I would imagine so.
Okay. So at least there's that.
Okay. So just straight up ability check for an 11, more than average.
You get them off the ground, but it's not viable to really carry them for a significant distance.
Reem,
Well, as you do that, Swish will being moved and jostled. Swish will wake up and look up and go, "Nick, have you always had 3 eyes?"
No, that's new, far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
One less than normal.
what time is it? noticing it's dark out.
It's getting pretty late. I suppose it's a new day, actually. What
We were worried about you.
Yeah. What exactly are you? How'd you find your way here?
I think I swam.
Oh,
I look at your completely dry clothes.
Don't need to hold your breath.
Well, luckily I can hold my breath indefinitely.
Definitely.
Anyway,
That useful.
that could be useful.
we should probably
Also-
get back to the Golden Hind. It's getting late.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here. Also, I'm just going to look. Has he been like pickpocketed or something by sleeping? Have they been pickpocketed? Sleeping on a bench. Like
Well, it
Roll
wasn't like a
perception.
little. It wasn't like a little, like
It was like a little shrine.
shrine out in a pond.
Oh.
Like someone would have to like
right,
do
right.
some effort for that. But
Well, maybe the priest pockets them. Who knows?
Who knows? My perception would be a 17.
Yeah, so Swish looks to have all of their belongings.
Well, let's not tempt fate. Or
Oh,
do you think you're
oh.
okay?
How much do we want to? Damn
Are
it.
you thinking you want to pickpocket
Well,
them
instead
now?
of waking them up, I could have just cast floating disc.
I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, we'll try and pick them up. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
No Presty here, I guess.
it's alright.
Very wholesome. It's giving when the kid falls asleep in the car and you carry them up
Right.
to the house.
Except the kid is very high and just got,
I mean,
found in a drug
that
debt.
happens later in life too.
Very true.
Bring them back to the couch inside your house.
Yeah, I think that we're both going to just like hold one of their arm up and kind of so they can lean on us and kind of just make sure. How steady is your step? How
I've been
Pirates of the
coming down for a few
Caribbean.
hours. Like
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
Nice nap.
mostly processed it.
They've got
It
the
was
also
seats
like
anyway.
sea legs.
Yeah.
I'm probably fine. I got thank you. You're very nice. It's very kind.
Sure. And you think you can find
I think
your
I
way?
could- I think I
I
can
mean,
walk
we're
my
going
way.
to follow, but it's just a
Sure.
little test.
Well,
Think you can lead
Well,
us to the Golden Hind?
Reno, go
what
ahead.
would
and
that
cast
be? A
floating
survival
disc
check?
anyway.
I want to.
If you guys want to get on, we can go right now.
Isn't the
Without
floating
your
disc
armor,
only
you
big
should
enough for like
fit.
one person anyway?
Yeah, there's only
it
like
can
base
hold
one.
500 people. Yeah, 500
500.
pounds. And
Yeah,
it's-
but
There's
it's
500 people.
it's
Holy
pretty
shit.
small.
Swish could hold Vidic. Never mind.
We'll just walk back. I think Swish can make it.
Yeah, Swish can walk.
So
I mean, I walked there, didn't I?
So slow.
Well, I guess I swam there.
Somehow you did. But yes, we're just going to make sure that they don't get into any more trouble and or shenanigans, and ensure the destination is reached.
So you have a shenanigan-free walk to
Boo.
That's the whole
Floaty.
goal.
shenanigan-free walk to the Golden Hind. At which point you see Cyrilla also returning, and Isla sitting up. I imagine Isla in slippers and a dressing gown, being like, "Where have you been?"
With a little nightcap on.
Yeah.
I told you, Ma, I was gonna see a prostitute. She'd be a sex worker.
Renal, do you have the book like in sight? Like,
It's tucked away in her bag.
oh, a book. Can I read that?
It's in her
It's
bag.
in
You
her
wouldn't be
bag.
seen.
Oh, I thought you said tucked in inside her bag. Sorry.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
Such
everyone.
okay. Your eyes look pretty.
Yeah. Well, we've been looking for your sibling. Everything's fine. How have your night been?
It was fine.
Did you learn anything? That was a goal, right?
I mean, it kind of she thinks back to how cheeky her grandma and approximately Swish can be. And she just gets this little smile. She's I don't kiss and tell.
So there was some kissing. All right. Well, your room is
You did.
secure.
Wait, what? Sorla, what did you do?
I don't know what you mean.
Right.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm going to bed.
Exactly.
These siblings, and
Everybody needs
Uh,
some jugs in their life.
Squeeze, squeeze.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry
Wait a
for
minute.
making you wait up for me either. But I'm safe now.
No worries. I've just been taking it easy anyway. Not that I
I might-
need to sleep, so.
Can I have my money back now?
I forgot.
I did.
Yeah, so how was your experience?
Ooh.
It was fine. Just had a talk with them. Nothing more.
Okay, fair enough.
Though they
Yeah, but
were
she'll
a
give you
little
your money
handsy.
Uh-oh.
As much as I'm a huggy person, casual touching is a bit, I don't like them like that, you know?
Hmm.
They respected that.
Good. Is that emotional connection that does it for you?
I mean, well, yeah.
Fair enough.
You gonna come up to bed? I think Swish is gonna take one of the beds, so you can take the other if you want to do your trance thing on a softer surface.
Oh no, I'm crashing on Fiddick's floor.
Okay.
try as I might, I won't take the bed.
I can't really hear you.
Sorry. Try as I might, she won't take the bed.
Oh,
Well, good night then. And she'll just kind of hug her out of nowhere, just again.
She'll give her
good
a
night, you
hug
two.
before we,
And
before we head off.
Hug the boys too, and go up to the room. See probably Swish just kind of ass over tea kettle in bed and just
Face down, shoes on.
just
Literally.
pat their head, take their shoes off, tuck them in. Good
Excellent.
night, Swish. Yeah.
Dolphins.
You can give him a kiss on the forehead and just tuck in herself for the night.
Okay. So you guys all get a long rest. And in the morning, you guys do sleep in a bit as you guys are having breakfast. Which is porridge, which is it's good, except there's raisins in it, so that is controversial. Um,
Brother,
I was gonna actually request that there do be raisins.
Ew.
Oh, I'll have your raisins then, Swish. Gimme.
Oh, please. You like those?
Well, yeah, it's a different kind of sweetness, but yeah.
Well, here you
I
go.
don't know why I work so hard to give you good food. I don't think I can help you.
Because you're hopelessly a people pleaser?
That's all right. I'm
It's too early for this, Sarah.
What? They're a dad. And a good dad, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I think Fiddick will just stay eerily quiet and just look at his bowl of disappointing porridge.
And you are a people pleaser. Maybe you could work at the Ample Jugs.
Well, I'm sure I could. It's just not in my future prospects right now. I think many of us have the skills to work at the Ample Jugs.
And I'd slay, so.
There you go.
You would kill people? Where's that from? Oh, Shoto from My Hero. With a Mount Lady saying, "Oh, with your good looks, you'd
Yeah.
slay a whole bunch of ladies." Like, I'll give them heart attacks. Like what?
Yeah, that's a great moment. But there's also cinnamon in the porridge, so that might be a redeeming factor.
Oh,
You need
Someone's
going
to
for,
explain everything. It's an okay-ish.
there's some Fiddick magic in there with the cinnamon.
I mean, I tried this time. They wouldn't let me in the kitchen. Also, they have overslept, so I'm not going to try to salvage this porridge. Let's just have it, I suppose.
Prestidigitation on Fiddick's porridge. Make it taste a little bit more sweet.
Thank you.
Better? And she'll obviously do the same thing for Swish too, because she knows how they like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Obviously, a lot better. Thank you.
Around this time, a bird flies in, and lands on your table, and says,
Deflect missile and throw at the
"Yeah." It's a little sparrow, and it opens its beak and says, "Valiant would like to see you at the Heartstring Conclave."
Whoa!
That sparrow just spoke. What did you put in this porridge?
Well, aren't you cute?
Wait, Fiddick, let me see your face. Nope, the third eye's gone. I'm not tripping.
Maybe that dolphin story was real.
And the bird will fly away
Oh.
after taking a seed from Fiddick's porridge.
Fair.
Seed tax.
Is this a common thing? Like, have I seen this before? Like this form of messaging?
You might have seen it once or twice, and you did hear people mention Shayla sending a bird. Although you've heard people like mention sending a bird, but you probably imagined sending a bird with a letter, not so much sending a bird that could speak.
Right, yeah. And I haven't drank any potions of animal speaking today, so...
So that animal did speak.
Huh.
Is your family involved, Isla? I didn't know they had something to do with the conclave.
Well, I mean, you've never heard a bird talk? You're from the
You
Feywild.
think I just know every
Well,
bird?
yes,
or-
in the Feywild, that
You
is
know-
normal. Here, this is.
I thought I was well traveled, but in the last 2 days, I've had a tree talk to me, and now I've had a bird talk to me without having to take any kind of potion or spell or anything. Like,
What? But
I feel like I don't know anything about
But-
the land that I
When
have
you were
lived in.
sleeping with dolphins just last night.
and Swish,
Well,
you
that's
know this
different.
the story about the crow, right?
Yes, but I thought that was made up.
Neverho? Yeah. I mean, no. I mean,
Well,
So,
okay.
Isla, you are familiar with the animal messenger spell, so it's up to you whether you want to enlighten your friends or let them stew in their confusion.
Let us ooga booga cavemen about this. But no,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, she'll say it seems like one that's more of magic than of the land itself.
Wait. Can you do that to a tree to make it talk? Is that how the druid did that?
I mean, I think the tree talked by itself. We all heard it. I mean, it was inside
yes,
our
the
minds.
the big oak tree from or whatever it was, the weeping
willow.
willow. Yeah, the willow from the Feywild, sure, but that was a Feywild tree. There were other trees that the druid was controlling that talked to me.
she said she.
I want to
awakened,
know. She did say so. It was the druid. I knew trees couldn't talk, at least from
Well-
this realm,
Well, trees can talk. We just went over this.
but not the ones from this realm. Only
Well-
when druids do some fiddly diddly hoodoo with them.
Well,
Well,
maybe you
in
need
the
to
short
open your
time-
ears.
And Switch is gonna look over at Isla like a reassuring look, like, right?
No,
In the
that
past,
is the
like
scientific
3
term.
days, we have heard trees talk twice, apparently, for you. And we're in this
There-
realm right now.
There are ways to make them more sentient, yes.
Okay. Druid magic. I don't understand it. Very different from what I use.
It's just listening a bit harder to everything around you. And they'll speak.
That sounds like too much work.
Well, you could
I'm,
go
I'm glad someone does it. Someone
my
does.
route and you could just read a lot.
So, summoning lightning bolts to smite down your enemies is easier than just listening. Is what you're saying, Swish.
Yes.
Well, it sounds
All
like
fun
it
at the
comes
very
from the
least.
rage of his, heart.
Do you feel very rageful, Swish?
Not usually. Sometimes when Rin speaks, but you know.
That's rude, Swish.
No, Switch will just like nudge Rin with her elbow, like playfully.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't mean it.
Oh, that's good.
I druid craft and make the smell of raisins stronger in Swish's
Well, just-
direction.
Watching you fight, it seems like you have a lot of passion for it. When you're in the heat of the moment.
Passion, yes. I don't think it comes from a place of anger, usually. Just, I don't know. It's the thrill of the adrenaline rush, I guess. That's what I like.
She gets that from one of our
Excuse
moms.
Okay.
Well, I
They get that,
I
excuse
just
me.
would, listen to the land, but how do you commune with your source?
You know, it's more of a feeling, I guess. You know, obviously there's prayer, but I think prayer comes in many forms. the temple teaches very traditional prayer, has rules and guidelines and all these traditions that they do. And it's all very boring and
Which
stiff.
is rabble rouser.
And what I've found that prayer can be a lightning bolt striking your foe, or meditation at a shrine, or tripping on, whatever mysterious substance was in my hookah yesterday.
I figured that's what it was.
And it all brings the same feeling of, I guess, I don't know, completion, freedom. Freedom is the true feeling, the true faith of Lear.
Well, I can get behind that.
Honestly, just the fact that your prayers are answered with lightning bolts, that just means that you must be favored by someone very powerful.
Thanks.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, joke.
Well,
Have you thrown some lightning bolts that we're not aware of?
No, but I'm just very I look very highly on Swish. They have my favor, as you said. And I may not be powerful, but it was part of the joke, and
To be fair, I think we all rely on them. They've been a boon.
A boon
And I
or a
hope you
boom?
won't require the use of your powers too much. But we're being awaited, so let's finish
yes,
this
the
slightly
talking
less. Yes. That I casually murdered. Let's finish this slightly less than disappointing porridge and go see what we can get. New job,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Pete. I need to stop saying that.
No, that's good.
No, it's good.
So we're going to go to the conclave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are going to go to the conclave, where you see Naramis and Valanth talking a bit. You see that Valanth has kind of singed some of her hair, and then they look up at you and will flag you over, and Naramis will say, well, you guys have a bit of a choice. We both have jobs we need done.
I want to know what happened to your hair.
Oh, imps.
Oh, so you took care of that problem then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wasn't a big deal.
Imps, not a big deal. They're devils. They might not be a
They're
problem
little
by
devils.
themselves. Yes, they might not be a problem by themselves, but indicative. Anyway, if you manage, then good. Are we
Which
going
seems
to
fine.
fight some devils?
No. Well, I need help with there's going to be well, it's a bit of a bigger job. In a few weeks, there's going to be the Wild Hunt, where an individual called Enmir Spalin and some of his associates break through and make a bit of trouble, raid, pillage, burn, all of that. Basically, they oppose any form of civilization. And I have figured out a way to get to a few of their members. It would involve going to the Feywild and coming back, but if you can take them out now, there'd be less to deal with in a few weeks. And Naramis will say, or you could look into a village that has had its crops blighted.
Oh. Why can't we help both?
Well, if you can be in two places at once, I would be impressed. A lot of my people have signed up to go to Angarath as protection for the upcoming wedding, so we're a little short-staffed.
So we have to kill people for the first job?
Well, not necessarily people. A banshee. And there's also there is a wizard who is a person, and a Shadar Kai that turned against their purpose.
So wait, and we'd be, if we say yes to this, we'd be killing them because they oppose society?
Well, every year they come and destroy what they can. I wouldn't mind if they oppose society, but they do kill a lot of people.
Oh, all right. Well, you should lead with that, because
they do.
ideological standpoint, if made peaceful, is perfectly fine.
No.
Yeah, the killing is bad.
And there's no way to reason with them?
You could try.
That's up to us if we take it.
And then this other job, then the blight. Do we have any sort of idea what's going on when it started?
As far as we can tell, it started within the last month. It looked like it was going to be a good harvest, and the harvest ended up rotting on the vine, coming out blighted. The animals became sickly. It seems like some kind of curse, but our scout and the villagers haven't really been able to look into it further. But they didn't want to risk anything. We did want to send out some provisions for them, as their harvest was minimal. They've bought some provisions that we would deliver if you accept the job. We do have other people available, but it would be a good way to prove yourself.
So we either save people by negotiating or talking with these other people in spirits, or we save people by solving the blight issue, which could be people or spirit related. So either way, it's conflict of some sort, right?
That's more or less what we do. If
Uh,
you want less conflict, you could also join in the protection for the wedding.
But then other people would be hurt.
And we
Yeah.
have nothing to wear.
Yeah, if we do it, then even if some other group is going to handle it, I would rather us
Well,
do
it
it.
does.
And
Well, the blight sounds like a big issue. I mean that can spread, right? And if it's
Mhm.
it can be
Or-
quite bad. Gotta
Well, I
say.
mean, we have to assume that whatever job we're not taking, someone else will come along, someone affiliated
So-
with the conclave, right?
Are
Take
you all
care of
really
it?
telling me that the Blight sounds more interesting than visiting the Feywilds and meeting interesting beings and possibly killing them?
well, it's about
Sorry,
doing the
Sarah.
most. It's about doing the most good, right?
Sure. While also having the most amount of fun.
And saving lives.
I mean,
You
if
have to learn to balance the saving people and the it's okay to be a little bit selfish. It is. You have to be to enjoy life, right?
Right.
I vote Feywilds.
Are these
Does sound more
jobs rewarded equally? I mean, that might, weigh the balance in one way or the other.
Naramis and Valanth will kind of look at each other, and Valanth will say, well, I don't typically offer monetary rewards. It's not so much my thing, but you would earn favor in the Feywild, and I also might be able to offer you items of value or scrolls or
Information?
perhaps, depending on what you want. And Valanth and Naramis will kind of say, I got money.
That settles it. I think I'll abstain for voting. I think I may be a little bit biased here. So whichever ones you want to do, I'll follow.
I mean, you don't want to go back to the Feywild, right?
I'd rather not, but Rin needs to. I'm not going to rob that from him, so I suppose I can do a small jaunt there. I won't die if I do. I just rather.
Famous love.
Well, the
it's-
portal won't stay stable for long. And once
How
you
long?
use it, I need you to close it. She'll look at Isla and say, this time I'll give you a scroll, but I think in time you might be able to learn how to do that.
Fiddick, what do you have against the Feywilds? Aren't you of Fey origin yourself?
Yes. And that's why I know exactly how terrible it can be. Wonderful, honestly, but that hasn't been my experience. I'm glad I left it. Going back, I don't know what kind of people meet, and I certainly
That's
hope
what makes it
to
exciting.
rekindle. As I said, I can't I won't. I withdraw my vote. It's fine. I'll follow what you want to do, and I won't complain.
But, Sarla, if you don't feel comfortable with the first job, I mean, we'll be doing good in either place.
I don't feel comfortable with either. There's always a chance for
The
harming
reason why
another.
we do this is so that it doesn't get worse. So if other people handle this, they may not handle it in as civil of a way as we are prepared to at least attempt. And
I know.
we can save more lives that way, and you know,
I just
it's awful. I wish we didn't have to kill people.
Well, I mean, if these people are killing others,
I need to be
it's
stopped.
better if they're not there.
And just
It's the natural cycle of things.
Look, if you're interested in the Conclave, generally we're killing beasts, but occasionally people are behind things.
Are
We'll try to talk
banshees?
to them. You can try to talk to them.
Sarla, do you have any experience talking down banshees, wizards, and such? De-escalating conflict.
She's
oh
very
well, that part I'm better at, considering
That part
What,
of your training.
negotiator training?
that she just slowly looks over to Swish.
What?
You can help us make this not as bloody.
I'm not saying I wouldn't go. I'd rather. I'm just afraid. I'll still do this. My vote's for the blight, but if I'm outvoted, I'll still go to the Fey realm too. I don't want anything to happen to you guys if I'm not there.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're going to the Feywild. Unless anyone else.
So it's 2-1 to 1. What was Isla's opinion on it?
I thought Isla was
She's-
saying Feywild.
Yeah, she's down with either, but she said the Feywild. It sounds more fun.
Yeah,
So 3-.
Going to defer, just like Fiddick is.
So 2-1-2 then.
Mhm.
So Feywild it is.
And where is that portal that's about to close?
Well, it's not. It's probably got a week. It's a few days from here, actually, closer to Andrathda.
Oh, alright.
Oh,
So,
we'll have to secure a boat then. Swish.
you could go by sea or over land. She'll kind of point to the map that it's around here.
Oh, I thought we'd have to cross those mountains.
No. So you could go by sea or by land. Up
I
to
love
you.
sea.
I know
right
Swish's
time.
answer, yeah.
Right kind of boat. If I'm correct, we could go along the river and maybe even go faster than if we were to go halfway by land.
You could if you had somebody used to the seas. And it would take some navigation.
Reen's just looking at
If we can rent a
Switch,
boat, I can take it from there.
that'd be quite fun. I haven't gone on a ship ever.
Well, it would be a first. I myself am more of a land person, but you're not far from the river.
Do you know any contacts that we can get involved in if you want to rent a boat or a crew or just really a voyage ship?
So the Naramis will say, "Oh, I do know a dock, a woman who works boats. Her name is Anya, and she might be able to help get you a boat."
In the notes, Anya, boat finder. Cool.
Finder of boats.
Well, that sounds like what we need.
Sounds like Anya it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Guess I'll find somebody else to deal with the blight. If you want, if you end up in Andrasta, there is another location for the conclave that you can stop by if you need anything.
And you mentioned we'd have to be doing some closing of this portal?
So Valence will say, yes. And she will give you a scroll that is kind of wrapped in vines. And she'll say, this portal will lead you to a part of the Feywild where you can either take these on one at a time or all three. There is, like I said, a banshee named Deirdre who is at all other times bound to her hill. And I would recommend plugging your ears. And there's also, not far from her, a wizard named Finton. I don't know much about him, other than that he participates. And then there is Leslie Enmer, in the Plains of Night, and she is a Shatterkai.
Oh.
Everybody can roll history.
Yes.
Is it about the Shadowkai?
Mm-hmm.
8.
5.
Swish rolling character accurate.
Okay.
I've never heard of any of the letters.
Wow.
that
A dirty
make
one.
a Shadowkai.
Wow. That's
Green
amazing.
always fucking rolls bad on these information things.
That
It's
is
the
gotta
animals
be the
all over
worst set of rolls I have ever seen.
That
Don't
tops
tempt
last
me.
week. That
That
tops
is-
last week with a.
Yep.
It was a 9, a 5, and a 4, I think, for like animal handling.
Yep.
Now
Yeah.
we have a 10, a 5, an 8, a 2, and a 1.
I'm thinking,
Unnatural
like,
one, by the way.
Like, Isla will probably know this. It's part of her people's history. Nope.
Okay.
You
So
probably should have advantage that if it would make no sense. I mean, up to you.
well, you
Lemire.
guys will know a little bit. This is just so you guys do know that Shatterkai, all of you would at base know that Shatterkai are responsible for guiding souls to the afterlife.
Mhm. Okay, cool.
Like
At
that's
least
the
this is
stuff
known.
that everyone knows. But
I, as a player, did not know. Are they part of like the Fiacra worship?
Not necessarily. They are kind of associated with her, but they are sort of their own, like Fiacra kind of is more about death, and they are about kind of guiding like the next step.
Oh,
So-
Fiacra doesn't deal with whatever happens after.
Well,
death?
she does. She does. So the Shadowkai are associated with her, but they kind of she kind of deals with more like the transition to death, and then they kind of take it from there and bring people to the afterlife.
Got it.
So,
So
it's like,
she looks over that, but it's kind of a whole culture that is associated with her and ravens and all of that. So yeah, they are kind of associated with Fiacra, but not the same as like I guess what I mean is not the same as people in Danaea that worship Fiacra.
That makes sense.
And yeah. And that's anything with a soul, so that's also in the Feywild is acknowledged. And so you'll say it's quite rare for a Shadowkai to go rogue, but it does happen from time to time. The danger with them is they are capable of reversing that process and bringing souls from the afterlife where they belong and back to this world.
Oh. Interesting.
And you guys all know that necromancy is not as common as it is in other D&D settings. Like, people can't just raise zombies. It's more of like a rare phenomenon.
Yes. Very intriguing.
Hmm.
Oh, I'd love to talk to this person.
You can try.
Right. Well, we'll be out of your hair, unless you have any more advice you'd like to give us before we get on our way. Find ourselves a boat.
You, if you don't want, if you find yourself trapped in the Feywild, make your way to the Summer Court. It shouldn't be far, or the Autumn Court.
Foreshadowing.
If you make it to the Summer Court, tell them you know me. It should help a little bit.
You
Oh,
don't
wow.
sound so enthused.
That's encouraging.
Everybody can roll insight.
Okay.
All right, let's roll above a 10, guys.
We can
Yep.
do it.
Reen's not gonna. Just believes people.
Wow. Okay.
All right, there we
you.
go. That's better.
Y'all understood the fucking assignment.
He's not going to roll insight because he has his own opinion of anyone who would say something like that without absolute certainty. But yeah.
She has a very complex relationship and feelings towards the Summer Court.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have any fluffy earmuffs that are insulated from sound?
No.
All you need is sap from a certain subset of trees. It's clean or clean-ish. It works. It blocks all sound. Used by loggers.
also
I'll show you how to
cool.
do it.
Okay. Well, so, I mean, if we're fighting or going up against the banshee, it might be useful. It's just
Oh yeah, these are the ones that sing and lure seamen to their death. You know that's a real word. Right.
There's
I'm
a reason
child.
why the
She's a
Navy
little
are seen as incredibly gay, and I think seaman being their name is one of the reasons why.
Um,
There's
They spend a
sailors.
lot of
No.
time on boats with each other.
those are sirens. Banshees cry and immediately knock you unconscious if you are lured in.
Are they just all sad? No, I'm sorry. I do know. I do.
Banshees are complicated. They... Well, they don't take rejection well. They are individuals who were born with beauty, but didn't use it to make the world better. They used it to corrupt and control others, and they are cursed by Kaina as somebody who misused her gifts.
Oh. Which is a new pendant to Kaina, just like under the cowl, that's just kind of
Yeah.
dangling in the
They
arbor.
can be tempted by objects of beauty, such as art and jewelry. And
It's nuts.
they are often spiteful.
Be careful.
Yes. If you want to talk to her, it might be a little complicated with the tree sap in your ears.
Oh, there's some movements, some signs. Just basic conversations.
Oh yeah, actually, I can just show you my thoughts.
Sorry, what?
You guys actually have seen this with Encode Thoughts. You pulling out a thought strand and
I'm not 100% sure that Fiddick knew what that silver string was.
yes, though. Well, let me show you, I suppose.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll cast it and bring out, I don't know, a fond memory of us just like having fun at one of our fires or something. And then you guys can like see it essentially.
Useful.
A fancy trick.
That might actually be perfect.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll go prepare. Thank you for the information and the job.
Yeah, much appreciated.
It's a big job. If you can only, do you want to kill one or all three, or deal with them in your own way?
I mean, if we leave any of those three alive,
People are going to be hurt.
if they're
I'm just
all
wondering
in
if
the
I
same
need
area,
to try and figure out. I'm going to go to the courts and see if I can recruit others. But if I need to send someone else or deal with the others myself, then I need to know now.
well, we've been pretty successful that first time. Doesn't mean we'll be successful all the time.
I think
We'll be careful. We live and learn.
We'll try and do all of them.
I mean, ideally one at a time.
No, all at once.
Get them all in a big group and then fireball. Wait, we're not level 5 yet. Shit.
Time is money. Let's go, all 3.
Yep. Makes sense while we're there. Might as well.
All right. So as you have accepted this job, let us take a 13-minute break and come back at 5 past.
All right.
Okie dokies.
See you on the break, chat.
All right, welcome back. We have decided to pick up a job in the Feywild, and the group is going to meet Anya by the docks to see about getting a boat.
Yep. So that's what we're going to do. And I think we're going to let Swish do the talking since they probably know what we want.
Right, yes. Well, the issue is, if we're going down the river, river boats and open sea boats are very different.
Right. Some sort of hybrid?
Transformer of some kind.
Or I guess we could pick up a different boat when we get to the end of the river.
Well, a small fishing boat would probably do the trick for both, but as long as we don't run into any storms or anything along the way.
Well, you're the cleric. You can pray to Lear.
I
Or-
absolutely will.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Lear's favor, so I assume that any boat passage is perfectly safe and without any incident.
Of course.
I trust this implicitly.
Oh boy.
That is the idea, yes.
Oh, am I calling it into existence?
Well, that's why I get hired, on other vessels. To
Not
ensure
like
safe
we'd
journey.
ever find out if he was lying. I mean, shit, because, like, end result, we'd be dead. So,
That's a
you didn't
point.
know at all. Oh, fuck.
Yes, let's head to the docks.
All right. So at the docks, you see a few boats, and kind of barking out orders. An older elf who turns to you and says, "All right, what do you need? What do you want?"
We'd like to rent a fishing boat, take down the river and across the inlet to Andraste.
Good luck crossing the river with a fishing boat. Or you'll get down the river just fine, but crossing the inlet, you'll find yourself somewhere.
Well, better than a riverboat. And I'm not expecting to find a seaworthy vessel here.
Look, you can take a riverboat down to the bay. There's a tiny town there that can get you situated with a sailboat.
Oh, that is a much preferable option.
We do have a little bit of trade there. You could also maybe see about getting on a merchant vessel.
Oh, yes. Perhaps even better.
We got a ship going down the river tomorrow if you want to just hitch a ride, or if you want to get a rowboat today. It'll be a little more expensive.
Probably hitching a ride sounds good.
I mean,
So we
can
have,
we
like-
hitch a ride today? I just lean in towards Swish and just whisper, "The portal is stay up."
Since we have like a week, an extra day should be okay.
Right. I just don't want to find myself in a
Otherwise,
rush
you know.
once we get there.
Otherwise,
Throw
we
about
have
50
Isla.
gold if you need one.
That's
We should
fucked
definitely
up.
hit you right.
Yes. How much to ride along?
Depends on, you'd have to ask the merchant going down there, but probably just a couple gold per person, 2 to 5.
Seems reasonable.
Sounds a lot better.
Yeah. And
And perhaps they might waive the fee for a Tempest Cleric or Cleric of Lear,
You could try.
offering protection.
I'll talk to the captain when he gets back, or you can wait around for him to get back. I think he's loading up later today.
Do you have any books about how to sail and whatnot?
No, I just learned from my dad.
Oh, I can teach you, Rid. What do you want to know?
Oh, well, a lot of things. Nothing specific right now, but if there was, a dozen books or so, then I could come back tomorrow knowing quite a bit.
Well, it's better to learn this stuff, in person, in practice. I can teach you some, some knotting, with ropes, the common knots that we use.
Olivia, from my trip yesterday, does that nodding bring up a different connotation?
The Omegaverse book was removed from your hands, so no.
Was nodding one of the listed kinks like water sports and
Yeah, on the back cover you did see the word nodding.
oh. I might know a book that has some of the nodding stuff.
Yeah, also water sports. You're gonna be in a in a river.
I can show you to. I mean, we're leaving tomorrow. I can Ren. I can show you where the book is on that. You can have some
Maybe go to the
pre-knowledge.
library. They probably have a library here. It's a big city.
That's true.
You would know that, so Faye, you kind of encountered the book cafe, but there's probably like a temple to Mathonwe that has some books.
You can
A
certainly find
lot
some.
of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Or just,
I mean-
so.
Well,
Is there any
so-
way you can just like pay to keep the book for a while?
I'm not sure with libraries. But if you want to buy a book, it's what bookstores are for, right?
You can buy them? Who would want to sell a book?
People who want to eat.
What do you think people make books for?
For knowledge?
Capitalism.
For spreading the knowledge? Well, of
Yeah.
course, initially, yes, you sell the book, but then that's what you sell them to the library, and then the library?
Well, sometimes people make books and they sell them to merchants, and those merchants sell them to either libraries or people.
Oh, this is bad. Show me one of these.
Here.
Hmm?
Here.
Handing me a book.
Mhm.
Oh, this is wonderful. Let's see what.
Right. Well,
Okay.
since you're reading books and talking about books in front of this grizzled elf, like kind of like barking orders at people on the docks.
I figured they're just like going off on their own by now. Just like,
Yeah,
I
maybe
can't have a
they're
conversation.
I mean, how many
You
pages
just
is
wandered
this?
off.
Take me
Oh,
like
the book is
a
quite
minute or two.
lengthy.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll take me like 10 minutes or something.
Girthy,
Maybe.
one might say.
Do you have an ability that lets you read that quickly?
Yes, speed read. It's a spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you took speed read.
But yes. By the way,
This-
good sir or ma'am.
Ma'am,
Since-
if you feel like it.
Sure. We were looking to get a little bit north of Andraste quickly as possible. I'm sure that there are some ships that are going in the general
Well,
area now, all the time, right?
it'll probably be easy enough once you get to the port to pick up a ride to Andraste. There'll be ships going there.
Right.
Getting north of there, if you want to arrive at your own destination, you'd have to buy your own boat. But
Well, I suppose we could charter one.
yeah, or
buy-
charter one.
And if we offer to do some work on the ship for the duration of the voyage, I mean, I'm sure that there are some boats that are understaffed, perhaps.
Well, yeah, if you're going to Andraste, you might be able to help as a rower. But if you're going to your own destination, you'd have to,
Well, at least
there aren't
the
boats already headed there.
closest we can get is good enough. I suppose we could take a second boat or just walk around.
Walk.
Oh,
But
Oh. Have you read this yet?
Just the first chapter or two.
Oh. Well, it does ramp up quite quickly.
Right. I'll just, and she'll take it back and just close it and just put it back in the pack. I forgot about that part, and she is full on blushing.
Well, I probably got through at least half of it at that point. 100 pages a minute.
Yeah, I'm just imagining her like, how are you doing that?
So, let's see. Yeah, you can, you would know it's about 15 miles from Andraste to your portal, which you could do in like half a day. But it'll
Well, that
probably
would
take you.
defeat the whole purpose of taking a boat, kind of.
well, not
Well,
the
you can-
whole. I mean, how far is it just from Darius on foot? Then?
That's more like 50 miles, so it'd take you a day and a half. Taking a boat is gonna be about equal in speed. If you go take your boat to Andraste and then walk, it'll be about equal in speed. But if you take the boat to
Wait, towards it.
Where we need to end
yeah,
up.
towards Ratum, the village on the port and then charter a boat or buy a boat and go directly to your destination, that would be a little faster.
Right. Well,
It would be nice to have a boat.
I was kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, we can do it, and I mean, I don't mind providing some labor. It cheapens the cost. I just don't want it costing us 100 gold and then us getting paid 20 for it for the job. So,
Well, I mean, go ahead.
well, so do you know of any boats that we could, ship captains that we could talk to, and perhaps offering up labor so the rest of us can pass for free or free-ish?
Well, you won't be able to go there for free, but
well, we have a very specific set of skills.
Ryan Hugh might talk to Ryan Hugh.
Is it 2 words? Ryan Hugh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Is he a good captain?
A very human-sounding name.
He'll get you where you need to go.
Oh.
I mean, that's what we need, I suppose.
Destination. All right. Could you perhaps point us in the right direction?
He just points at the river, like downstream.
Oh. Not in the docks, I see.
Oh, I was thinking about you guys chartering a boat in Ratham. You're not going to
Yes.
find a
Yeah.
larger boat to charter here.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose we can just go to Random.
Yep.
So how about that?
Yeah. River trip.
Okay, so it can, your rowboat goes 3 miles an hour, so it'll take you about 7 hours, but you would have to buy a rowboat or wait till tomorrow for the, for the boat.
It's so complicated. Yes.
Chartering a boat is complicated business.
We'll just come back tomorrow. Then that way
Yeah.
I can read up some after I go to the bookstore.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. Well, thank you for your help, ma'am. Much
Anytime.
appreciated. Yeah. So that's why there's not too much sea travel to Daris. Or river travel. Road
Well, so
Well, he ended us another night at the inn.
what
Yeah.
How filled is my rewards card?
what direction is
Do they have a membership program?
They do not.
Ah,
Let's introduce that. Let's invest in the Golden Hind.
Mhm.
Whenever we come back, we get, a portion of
Yeah, if the nice room is empty, you get bumped up to the honeymoon suite.
Ooh. Wait, they have a honeymoon suite?
Probably not.
This hole in the trunk inn? Okay.
so again the bookstore?
Okay.
Where's the bookstore?
Well, it's a shrine. Right? It's a shrine of Matanu.
So there's the small kind of bookstore cafe that Cyrilla went to that she can easily enough give you directions to. And then also where you have not been is the Shrine of Mathanwe, which, or temple, which would probably also have books.
Well, after reading the book that you got, Sarah, maybe I'll check out the temple.
There's also the booth where Sarah got that specific book.
I mean, the merchant did say there was like water sports and nodding and sounding, which might be useful for
Yeah.
this.
Oh no.
Uh,
Yes. All of those were very interesting. They were actually in the more introductory chapters, which
Well, it wouldn't
let
be
you
in that.
know.
Sarah,
Huh?
That was a
you
different
know what
book. That was
sounding is, right?
Oh.
well, yeah, it's something to do with ears, right? I mean, we're going to fight against this banshee. It might be useful for,
No, that's no. Oh, honey, no.
That
you need
got my
Crystal to
ass.
explain it to you.
Yep.
Sounds like a job for older
Um,
siblings.
It's really not important, though. I don't think it's.
Rin, you know what you're talking about. Why don't you
Oh,
explain
I
what
just
sounding is?
learned right now. She can read chapter 3 if she would like to.
I am confused.
Again, I
Anyway.
really wish that I had that book, the Arachocras and the Dire Bees, an explanation of reproduction to kids. Like, just so I could give it. I doubt that they have information about sounding or like bukake or whatever it is that you guys are talking about. Or
Sounding for
otherwise,
children.
it's not very kid friendly. But
Well, kid productive.
yes.
It's
Yes.
reproductive.
So the
None of these clips are going to be safe for YouTube. I'm just saying that
unproductive.
right now.
Well,
I'm putting it out
unfortunately,
there right now.
We're not
Mike-
monetized anyway, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't get demonetized.
Unfortunately,
Fair,
my
but-
computer crashed, so I lost the first part of this
Oh
recording.
no. Whatever will
no.
we do?
It was unhinged.
It really was.
It did get.
Well,
But
if
we'll
we're
probably see.
spending a day in Darris, I might have a little jaunt to Mathonwe's like
Okay.
Oh,
shrine,
let's go.
look some information about Shadowkai, if they
Okay.
have any.
All right.
That's
so
a good
you
idea as
two
well.
are going to Temple of Mathonwe. Isla, where are you going?
She'll tag along with them.
Okay. Sirla?
Where's Swish going?
This was waiting to see where Sarah was going.
Really? And now say that again?
Maybe we should all. Well, it's just I worry about everyone when we're separated.
It's okay. No hookah for me today. Rin, but thank you. I guess we're all going to the temple.
Okay.
Okay.
Group outing.
Easy enough. You guys make it to it's at the top of one of the trees. So that there is in the branches a place to observe the stars. And you guys, there is a library that is open to the public. They ask for a donation in order to use it, according to your means, and but it's not required.
What's the usual donation?
There's really no usual donation. I mean,
I'll throw a silver piece in.
Yeah, same.
And she'll follow the group and throw a silver piece in.
Well, that is quite the bargain. Rena will kind of like reach in his pouch and not really sure what to do. He'll hand over 10 gold.
Oh,
Holy shit.
I mean,
Well-
I'm
Ring, I
going
didn't know
to-
you were moneybags like that.
Well, I don't know what I need it for, and knowledge is the most valuable thing.
I
I
appreciate
can
that
read
outlook.
a significant amount of books in a couple hours, so
I had
Yes,
no
thank
idea he
you.
was wealthy.
You
Well,
pick up a
this place-
druid, Swish?
Huh?
You pick up a druid, Swish? In your hands right there.
Yes, there is a cat that wandered around and scratched at Swish's legs until it was picked up.
Yeah, Swish is now holding the cat.
Hello, Faye. Other Faye.
Oh, right, that's Mona. She
you're
likes
the
chin
other
scratches.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
chin scratches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She's purring.
baby.
Oh, well, so we're free to check the library then?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Do you have anything on sounding?
Oh.
You have more than you need to know. You should start with that book.
Well,
Swish is just gonna drag Sarah away quickly.
Oh, this feels familiar.
I'm going to look around for some Shadakai literature.
okay. So what is everyone looking for? You are looking for
Look on
Shadar Guy.
Banshees.
You're looking for Banshees. Isla? Or are you chilling with the cats?
Turns into a
Yes,
big
you can
cat.
chill with the cats.
The bodega cats.
Okay. So you're chilling with the cats, and Reen, what are you looking for?
Stuff about sailing.
Okay.
And like from the perspective, like how to, obviously, and then a little bit of what each of them were looking at.
Okay. And Stirla?
I wanted to say it again, but like, no, actually. Maybe something on the kitsune.
Okay.
Or she like if something catches her eye, maybe something about the Mythweavers or like the stars and constellations, like as a a secondary or tertiary thing to kind of just
Okay.
be
Um,
aware of.
so you guys have about, if you spend the rest of the day here, you have about 8 hours. So I'll just break it up into 2-hour chunks. But if you want to do other stuff with your day, let me know. So for the first
Reen will
2
probably
hours,
spend all day.
yeah, for the first 2 hours, Reen, roll investigation.
With advantage.
No.
Oh.
Okay. With a 22, you run around and you collect pretty much all of the sailing books that they have. And you learn all about rigging and wind and breezes. You also learn, you find a collection of sea shanties. And you some of it is fiction, a lot of stories about pirates,
Ooh.
and you can get through a good amount of them. And yeah, so this will allow you to help Swish with sailing.
That's what I was hoping.
Nice.
All right. Fitik,
Yes.
picking up Shatterkai.
Yes, ideally, I was quite interested with their powers to bring back the dead. So give life
Could
to the dead.
I-
However, I am not great at investigation,
Can
so
I
will go
vie
around.
for giving him advantage for reading some
Uh,
of the same subject?
No, because you can for your next 2-hour chunk you can help
I
him.
see what you're saying.
But
Okay.
for this kind of chunk, you're just looking at sailing.
To be fair,
So.
it should be the other way around. I should be the one trying to give you help because you have a +6, I have a +0. But I will attempt if I have to. But I will ask around, like if there are any priests or devout or faithful around, they
Most
should know.
people are concerned with their own research. So we'll
There's
kind
no
of
one working.
the guy that greeted you, but he's pretty busy, like putting books away, organized. So he'll
Okay.
definitely bring you to the correct section, but is not, and like maybe show you a few books that are of particular interest, but won't be able to like stay with you.
Okay. So I'll try. I'll go one by one, very methodically.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
For a 6.
So for your first 2 hours, you're not really sure why.
Why are these all about sounding?
You're not really sure why it doesn't make sense, and then you realize you've been researching dark elves.
Yeah, those are the same thing. Fiddick thinks. Until there's like a book that falls in front of his eyes that are like, Shatterkai are not like dark elves, a treatise.
Yeah, you find like the differences between Shatterkai and dark elves.
Turns out there are a fucking lot.
Damn it. 2 hours wasted. To the dot.
So, Swish, you are looking up banshees.
Yes.
Investigation, please.
Be a 15.
Okay. So, you find a decent amount about banshees. So you find out, the brief history that Valanth gave you. You also find out that they are immune to cold, necrotic, and poison damage. And that they are resistant to pretty much everything but radiant.
Oh.
Nice.
This thing
And-
likes thunder.
So yeah, that's what your 15 would get you.
Cold, necrotic, and what else?
Cold,
Poison.
necrotic, and poison.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Cirla, you're looking for information on the Kitsune.
Yay.
Okay.
Investigation.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. So, you find, some interesting fables about Kitsune. Generally, being tricksters, sometimes being caught in their own trap, but often, tricking others.
Here's the boy who cried fox. Oh.
The Fox and the Hound.
Mm-hmm. Fox and the Hare. A little different than Taurus and the Hare, but you know.
Mhm.
And Watership Day.
Oh. Those are cool. So just more about their, I guess their stories, which is,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. And she'll kind of write those down in her little journal. She doesn't do that with obviously with the stories that she's being memorizing from her own culture because that is taboo.
Mhm.
But this will help her learn about others, and that's cool.
Tell your stories in baskets.
Yeah, maybe that's every 2 hours.
Okay. It's the next 2 hours. So, Reen, you can go to one of your companions and help them. Or if you would like, or continue learning about sailing. There's still more to know, but you have learned most of the
Yeah, he'll
what's left is mostly like personal accounts of sailors.
he'll help Fiddick and Isla and Sarla.
You can help one.
Oh, I just meant for the next few hours. Sorry. So Fiddick for now.
Fiddick, I think, would be like near Isla and just look. I know you can talk to those cats. Those cats must have heard something. At some point, someone must have looked for shadow kinds. Perhaps they know. Could you? And when Rinjig is going to come, well, if you still want to try, I think that might be.
Yeah, you see, she just kind of smiles and she's like, "Yeah, I'll check it."
Thank you.
All right. So, Reen, you can help Fiddick, or Fiddick can help you.
Other way around would be more beneficial, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I'll give advantage to Reen.
okay. That's fair. Since I'd be doing most of the reading anyway.
Oh yeah, you can
Okay,
also give me a summary.
natural 20.
Woo!
Amazing.
Nice.
So you
Mhm.
learn a lot of information. So what you learn is that the Shatterkai used to be dark elves. That
Bamboozle.
in learning about death and life, sought to journey to the next world, to the afterlife, without dying, by finding and entering liminal spaces. They got trapped there, and Fiacra charged them with the duty of guiding souls from one area to the other, and with the promise that those who serve her well will be granted the knowledge of what happens after death. But sometimes they go rogue and pull people out. And this is not through like resurrection magic. It is generally, a spirit like a ghost or a ghoul, undead. And sometimes they learn to animate corpses. So they're pretty much like one of the few individuals that can become necromancers.
Alright. Gross.
So what you're
Um,
saying is that they can't, and I assume that
Mhm.
Renji is sharing that information. Unless you're not, I don't want to assume, but
No, obviously, yes.
okay. Then I think I would. So the book doesn't say that they could bring back someone as they were. It's all
It doesn't say
ghosts
that
and
they
ghouls and goblins.
couldn't. Just that that's not the method that they themselves use.
Still amazingly useful and interesting.
You
Yes, it
also
was.
learn that with how resurrection magic works, in the first 10 days after somebody dies, they are usually on that journey. And if resurrection magic is not available, one can attempt to enter the Shadowfell and find that soul themselves.
Hmm.
All right. All right.
It's quite a.
And when people are resurrected, they are uh, the ones to bring that soul back.
I see.
But that's
Um,
only must be divine power that, they can't just go and grab somebody. But if Fiacra or somebody else says, hey, this soul can come back, the Shadowcry are like, whoop.
yes, this will be.
Right. So they enact raise dead spells and resurrection spells.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. Amazing.
Yeah. So not exactly what you were looking for.
No,
This is
no,
all
no.
great to know.
I didn't know what I was looking for. I think I'm just happy to have that information. Very useful.
I think I
Mind
have
if
an
I hold
idea
on
of
to
what you're
that book?
looking for.
Don't. Apparently, I don't know much.
Say that again.
Apparently, I don't know much about these things. Should be better informed. Mind if I hold on to that for a little bit? I read
Oh,
quite a bit slower.
absolutely.
Apparently.
Yes. Oh, I put little bookmarks in there for some more relevant points, maybe.
Oh,
what-
right. Yeah, you were blurry while reading it there a second.
Mhm.
And
So I assume
Reen
you put
did
the.
hear your whole
Hmm.
conversation with the trees, so
Ah, yes.
he would point out some things.
Oh, nice. So you have custom bookmarks for fitting? That's amazing.
Well, they're very small. I don't think anyone will notice them.
Right. When I get to them, I'll kind of discreetly remove them after I've read the section. But
Hmm.
all right. So that's my or our thing.
Mhm. Cirilla, what do you want to do?
We'll see. I was happy to have some stories, but she thinks back to the onsen when she saw Fiddix back for the first time, and knows about his aversion to the Fae, at least the Fae realm.
As a note, it was not a fancy onsen, it was a communal bath.
We've decided that headcanon. It was fancy. It was amazing, and we all had onsen eggs.
But
I apparently
I
missed this
think
discussion.
Well, you
but Sayla's going to maybe try and look up something about some vague customs revolving around punishment.
Okay.
Because I didn't roll a medicine check for all the scars on their back, but one of those ways you get on is lashing. The other way is, obviously you get attacked by a beast, and I was wondering, what's up with this. But I don't want to be like, hey, Fiddick, your back's fucked up. What's up with that, my dude? It's like re-traumatizing the man. So she's gonna go about it a roundabout way.
Mhm. Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
After my dirty 20, you'll watch this. Investigation. Okay, 16.
Okay. So, the biggest thing that you learn about is punishments for breaking contracts. Contracts are a very big deal. If somebody breaks it, then the biggest consequence is servitude, either for a set amount of time or just indefinitely. And if you're in servitude to a fae, they can pretty much do what they want. So that could include harm. But sometimes this servitude does have stipulations or loopholes. And that's the main thing you learn, and you do kind of learn stories of specific fae, especially hags, who are very abusive to those under their, care.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, whoever hurt Fiddick should...
Your mom's a hoe.
Your mom is a hoe. You're maidenless, and
Oh dang!
you should jump in front of traffic in Minecraft. She's not happy, but maybe he has a piece of the puzzle. Either way, food for thought for later. Yeah, that's her 2 hours.
Okay. Isla, you're still chilling with the cats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
very knowledgeable cats.
Swish is going to go chill with the cats and make small talk with Isla.
Okay. Sounds good. You want to roll animal handling for me? Advantage because Isla's probably introducing you.
Roll higher than a 9.
We will see. We'll also, tell her what I've learned about banshees and their resistances. Well, I rolled exactly a 9, but it turned out to be a 13 because.
Okay.
Well, you
a
rolled high,
cat
so all of us.
does sit on your lap and start purring.
Yay! Hey, where you at?
I'm right here. Bitch, I'm right here.
All right. Next chunk. Reen, what you doing?
Well, I was gonna read stuff about the area we're going to, kind of.
Okay. Go for it. Roll investigation.
Investigation.
Okay. So with that, you learned quite a bit about, the flora and fauna. You know that Andrasta was thought to be where the gods were born. Legend goes that they were born as fruits of a great tree. And Andrasta is considered like the original home, and also the duty is to welcome everybody. So it's kind of a little bit cut off by these mountains. So the region you're going is kind of on the coast of these mountains. So it's a little more mountainous than regions you've been to, but they're not like they're pretty small range. And it's not super settled. There's not really a lot of farming but there's some small villages that do fishing or farming. Yeah. You learn a lot about the fishing and farming practices, as well as the locations of the smaller villages.
Awesome.
So you actually do find the name of a village kind of close to where you would want to, where you described where Valenth described the portal being, and that is Mulbauer.
Okay.
Mole power. Sorry.
Oh, wow, baby.
Excellent. All right, that's all for that.
Okay. What are are Swish and Isla still chilling with the cats?
Yeah.
You know what? At this point, Swish is gonna go, just out of curiosity. Like, I wonder if there's any Mythweaver things here.
Okay.
Unlikely, but honestly, Sarah probably would have found them by now, but maybe she missed something.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
Solid 11.
What you find is a book about tattooing, which is not, exclusive to the Mythweaver family, but it does mention that it originated from the Mythweaver family and that magical tattoos are associated with the Mythweaver family. But it more talks about like symbolism and the art of tattooing, and but it does mention your family.
Was this for the next
Yes.
shift? Can I give Swish advantage?
Sure. Swish, you can go ahead and roll again.
Alright, let's see. That's a bit better with a 17.
Okay. You find a children's book, which is collected tales of the Mythweaver, and it's illustrated, and it's a few of the more basic tales that you've learned that's kind of, made child-friendly. They all seem pretty normal. Nothing like what Ilil wrote.
At least someone who knows what they're talking about.
And Cyrilla.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe like an idiot's guide to the Fae.
Okay.
Like, hey, if they ask for your name, don't give it to them. Kind of, shit to like, not be tricked by Fae, because she knows they've been. Fiddick has pointed out that they're tricksters with this whole like contract shit she just read. She's a little trepidatious.
Trepidatious.
The Fae for dummies.
All right. Investigation, please.
All right, this is where I roll in that one. 13.
Okay, 13. So, this will kind of get you advantage on checks about basic Fae customs. But you kind of learn that so in Danaea, it's kind of, there's a social contract that once a guest eats food from their host, like that is an agreement that neither will harm the other. With the Fae, if you eat their food, that can mean something entirely different. That food is, can be enchanted, poisoned, so basically that guest rights does not apply.
Okay. Interesting, but kind of scary, but new people to meet. Hopefully they'll be nice.
What is the situation with the books here? I assume that it's not like a library. You can't take them out. You can't purchase them. They're the property of the faith.
Well,
or
you
the church.
could. It's just a 5-finger discount.
I'm not willing to make villains of ourselves in Daris. Or in the Feywild. It's another story.
Scorched
but-
earth policy.
Oh yeah. Salt that shit. But yes. But there's no fee. Like the fact that Rinji gave a fortune to this doesn't give him special rights either to take a few books.
No.
Okay, got it.
Well, he hasn't asked. But yeah, the books are also, like fragile and
No, I get it.
They are watching you to make sure you're taking care with the books. They're a little concerned with the speed with which Reen is reading, but Reen, of course, has learned to be ultimately respectful of books.
Super high dexterities too.
Yeah.
So.
And you would also know that they have a collection that is just for, priests and, that's more exclusive.
With even more information on Vor. With even more information about those subjects. Yeah, okay.
Yes. That's all it is. It's just it's the most graphic and depraved smut you've ever read.
Oh man.
Got it.
Excellent.
Well, let's leave it. Let's leave them to their research, faithful research of their smut. I will try to commit as much information of that book to memory as Fiddick can. He hasn't read a ton of books like in his life because he just hasn't been around them over much. Like maybe he's seen like 15 of them. So he's going to try his best to commit all the useful information to memory. And worst case scenario, I don't think that this is the last that will be Daris, so he can come and have a refresher.
Or somewhere else with books, potentially.
Well, yeah, but they won't have this one. Unless the printing press has been invented.
No.
Okay, well, there we go. They won't have this one.
Go ahead and just roll intelligence.
Oh, I am a little bit smart, but not super smart. Be smart. Oh, I'm smart.
Okay, you do a very
18.
good job of kind of reading over the things that Reen told you and committing it to memory.
Confidently, I'll put it back where I saw Rinji find it.
That is a whole new challenge, is because Reen was just kind of like grabbing things and is putting back everything.
Why does he do everything fast?
Like
everything, even useless things that don't need to be fast, he does them fast, and then I can't. Anyway,
how many characters go into a library essentially and come out without all their spell slots? Making myself move faster, read faster.
Actual wizards and characters who actually care about learning. Nerd. I'll also bully him out of his lunch money.
Well, all his lunch money is gone.
Yeah, right.
You're the one who makes the lunch.
Oh,
You didn't have to
that's
bully
true.
him at all.
Well, I don't get paid, so I need to bully someone for lunch money.
Alrighty. So, last 2 hours. Isla, still with the cats?
Yes.
Okay. You've taught them to sit on command.
When they want to.
Yeah,
If there's a treat. Swish, what you doing?
Swish has gone off to find somewhere that sells ale.
Sells what?
Ale,
Oh, okay.
like to drink.
Uh,
Gone off to find the
and-
tavern.
okay. Well, I mean, you know the Golden Hind sells ale, and so does the Ample Jugs.
Probably going to the Golden Hind. Just keeping it tame for today.
Okay.
Match the mood of the day.
So anyway, I was over there sounding.
Oh my god.
Cirilla, what are you doing?
We know what
I-
apparently.
apparently.
I apologize.
If I hear that word the rest of this campaign, I swear to God.
Hey guys, you know what our group name should be?
No! Stop! I'm gonna stop you right there.
The sounding
Funny
spelunkers. There
as
is
much
Oh, no.
as like
You know
my
what-
girlfriend knows about all of that world and stuff, I don't even know what that word means.
continue. Keep your
Yeah.
innocence. It is precious in this specific instance.
Excellent.
But for the last 2 hours, can she try and find one of the researchers here?
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you guys have a more extensive stuff in that's not for public use?
Yes.
Well, I was. Hi, I'm Cirilla Mythweaver. It's
Hello.
nice.
How old are you?
It's nice to meet you. An adult, thank you. I was hoping to, I guess, parlay about if you guys have information on my ancestry. I might be able to point in the right direction and correct some things. If there are things to correct, if I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Mythweavers, but Mythweavers. But
Let me stop you. You are a member of the general public.
Mhm.
So you understand the collection is not for the general public. Ergo, it does not include you.
Mhm.
However, our public tomes on the Mythweaver, we would be interested in you speaking about them.
well, I mean, if you show it to me.
All right, so he'll go and grab the 2 children's books that Swish found and another book that Swish did not find, and
Switch.
have you read through them.
If you will.
So roll investigation.
Four.
So, I mean, without a roll, you do know that the children's books, they're accurate, but they've been, like, dumbed down for kids. You know,
Yeah.
they've been adjusted to be more child appropriate.
Mhm.
But other than that, seem pretty accurate. The other book, it's really dense, and the handwriting is atrocious. So you really can't get past the introduction.
What does this say?
Preposterous.
That's a P?
That's a P.
Huh. But isn't this supposed to be A
yes,
P
that is
too?
also a P.
But there's 4 different P's here.
The whole book is just
There's
peas. It just
P's.
That is a dwarvish P. That is a gnomish P. And that is a common P. And that is an elfin P.
Were there different writers, or I can't? Why is
The
this written in like 17 different languages in the same word?
The writer was very proud of his vast knowledge of languages and enjoyed showing off. Pompous.
Was it this? Oh, so was it this guy? Like, no, okay. I can't. This is hurting my eyes.
Maybe some other time.
That would be nice.
It needs to be transliterated to Common or Elvish, but, well, that's, it's a thick book. He's like, I've been putting that off.
Well, if it gets done, I'd like to read it and share what I know about it. Thank you.
Roll persuasion.
Give me another 5, baby. What does that roll? Stabbing.
So he'll say, it's not the highest priority, but if I can get to it, I'll get to it.
Thank you.
All right.
What was your name, by the way?
Just Hanlon.
Well, if I come back, I'll ask for you again and see the status of this. But thank you.
This is Reen's week to bring along the circus.
All right. So, what are we doing, Fiddick?
Well, after I've read the book and memorized the thing, I'll put it back. I'll get ready to go back. Like, I'll see if anyone wants to come back with, but I'll go back into the Golden Hind.
I'd probably go with Swish.
Yeah. Like, get some dinner, get prepared to go to bed, and get myself ready to haggle tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
About boats.
All right. Last but not least, Reen, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go home.
Okay.
Well, you know.
Yeah, the Golden Hind.
Yeah.
Oh, my family.
I mean,
Found him.
Bye, guys. New character.
So, probably the 3 of you go home together, leaving just Sirla and Isla. Do you hang out with the cats for another 2 hours or go back to the Golden Hind?
Yeah, I think she'll stay hanging out with the cats until
Okay.
we head in for the night.
Yeah, and that will be until Sirla's done and the 2 of you head back together and the temple kind of kicks you out. So, while Swish, Fiddick, and Reen, I know Swish is, or
I
Fiddick,
guess I would still be there with them because I used 4 different.
Oh, okay. So Fiddick and Swish, I know Fiddick is going to bed, so Swish, you have 2 hours and a bar. What kind of trouble are you going to cause?
Yes.
Make it
Depends on
good.
how many drinks I get in, I suppose. I will say I'm not going into this intentionally, like, aiming to get shit-faced.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is just to have a couple and then go to bed.
Yeah,
All
how
right,
many
I mean,
times
you can
has
do
they-
that
have
if
they
you
said
want.
that?
As long as no one challenges me to a drinking competition.
And
Nobody
you.
challenges you to a drinking competition, but there is one man that you recognize as the one time that you were leaving Darius the other day, he had reacted very poorly to the news of the political marriage and was speaking of the Spears of Cahal. He is also drinking heavily. Or not also, he is drinking heavily.
Ah. Is he doing anything else or just drinking?
So he'll come up to you and say, "Hey, you look like you know what you're doing. You strong?"
Sure.
You... Wait. Why is your skin blue? What are you?
Ooh.
Why is your skin... What color is the skin?
It's like a
Normal.
kind of deep, like oak, like kind of a like golden, like almond color, I guess.
Why is your skin brown? What are you?
Because I'm an elf, and this is my homeland, and you're some kind of interloper.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Sure. Whatever you say, buddy.
You know, one day, we're gonna run this place again. And all y'all are gonna have to go back where you came from.
I came from here.
Yeah, well, where's your parents from?
Where are your parents
Damn.
from?
Here.
Make Danae great again.
Wasn't gonna say that, but you know, on the nose here.
I told y'all that these spears of Cahal are not
Yeah.
great.
You just keep the conversation going, you know? Then
Meanwhile, Swish is just getting
like,
hate
oh,
crimes while you're in the
actually,
library. And
Like
Fiddick's
neither.
doing his skincare routine.
Fish is just gonna kind of stand up and be like, "Well, this has been a lovely conversation," and then walk to the other side of the bar to finish their drink.
One day, you guys won't be running this place anymore. Won't be ruining everything.
Yep.
Really? In front of my ale, man? Come on.
So luckily he does not follow you, and you are able to finish your ale in peace.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a bar fight actually, but okay.
I mean, it could have gone that direction, but you chose to disengage and de-escalate.
oh, sisters
It's
have
for
an
you
effect
being
on
smart. Consequences of being smart.
And as you guys get back, the rest of you guys return. You see Swish at the bar. Anything you guys want to do before going to bed?
You just see Swish flipping off this random guy. Like, what the hell?
Well,
Wait,
and then
I remember that guy.
you see him, at this point, he's actually passed out, drooling on the bar.
Oh,
What happened? Why are you...
Oh, just assholes being assholes.
this guy was an asshole the last time we saw him.
You saw him before?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he's in the town square shouting something about swords or spears or something the other day. Yeah.
Okay.
Got quite rowdy.
Well, they look kind of passed out.
Yeah. I figured it was
And the
best just
bartender will say, "Don't worry about him. He does this often."
Passes out?
Yeah,
Doesn't seem good for their health.
I'll just
it's not.
Reno cast prestidigitation a few times to clean up like the drool and stuff on him. I feel like it's a lost battle. But
And just so you guys know, if you want to follow that example, I do charge a vomit fee.
Oh.
that
Makes sense.
Prestidigitation is really doing some heavy lifting this campaign.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
In all campaigns.
I don't know. This
Well-
is the first one I've seen it like really heavily used.
What? It's
Yeah,
the
I mean-
poor man's wish.
Oh no.
You only get so many cantrips.
And that one does them all. Except them.
So it's a little bit on the later side now, right?
Yes, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Well, in the morning I can go out and Swish. We have enough money now that I can get powdered silver.
Oh, right, we should have gotten that today.
We can get
I
tomorrow
completely
morning.
forgot you needed that.
I
Alright, first thing
forgot.
in the morning, and then we head to the docks. That's hot. For now, best to get some sleep. Have a long trip down the river tomorrow.
All right, and with that, you guys all settle down into your rooms, and you get a good night's sleep.
Woo!
Woo woo.
No death.
And that is where we will end our stream for tonight.
Alright.
And when
Bye,
are we going to be
everybody.
back again?
Oh yeah, what's
Happy
the
New
date?
Year.
Back again in
On the
2
7th.
3 weeks, the 7th.
The 7th. All right. Yeah. Well, everyone have a happy holidays.
Yep,
All
happy
three of us that are
holidays.
watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I won't be with you this holiday break, but for all those who have a little rough around the holidays, we appreciate you. Stay safe and much love. Also, do crack.
Okay. Okay, that's when